Hello and welcome to THR. What's THR, you ask? The Habs recap, where I try to recap every single Habs game. I'm just gonna start off by saying, what a series, and it ended in our favor. The Habs win 2-1 in Game 7 against the Tampa Bay Lightning. We send them packing home. Now, I would have been more excited. Keep in mind, I'm sick, so that's why my voice is a little bit lower. But we got lucky. And the reason why I say that is the Habs were outshot 29-9. If it wasn't for two lucky bounces, the Habs would have lost that game. If it wasn't for Jakub Dobish being a literal brick wall, the Habs would have lost that game. But they pulled through. Nick Suzuki, he finally gets his first of the series and the first of his playoffs off a double deflection. Alex Newhook banks it off of Vasilevsky, and it just trickled in. Bounces off Vasilevsky, and then it goes into the net. And that's how the Habs win. And worst of all, within 6 seconds left in the third period, we take a delay of game penalty. Suzuki blocks a shot, then dumps the puck, and that's how the series ends. Now, we go on to face Buffalo in the second round, which that starts on Wednesday, and I will be watching it. I'll be watching the game on Wednesday, and I'll do my Habs recap after the game. But the entire team's got to play better. The top line's got to produce. And they do. The top line has to produce more. It can't be the third and fourth line. I'm glad to see Slavkovsky get a hat trick in Game 1. It's unfortunate that Caulfield has yet to go on the scoreboard after scoring 51 goals in the regular season. Demidov has yet to score. Hudson scored. Texier scored. Dobson came back, which is good. Gallagher came back in Game 5 and scored in his first shift. So I'm glad to see our team's back. But the story is Dobish. He is the 5th rookie in Montreal Canadiens history to win in Game 7. The last one to do it was Carey Price, then Patrick Waugh, then Ken Dryden, then Jacques Plante. I believe it was Jacques Plante. That's impressive. I'm not going to look into the future and say the Habs are going to the Stanley Cup Final. Nothing's set in stone. They are the last Canadian team. The Oilers are eliminated. The Sens were swept. So, Montreal is Canada's last hope for a Stanley Cup. We're going to have a tough series against Buffalo. We're going to have a tough series. If we make it past Buffalo, we're going to have a tough series against either Philly or Carolina. No series is going to be easy. No series is going to be easy. Hell, this past round 1 wasn't easy. But we pulled through. We did what the Leafs couldn't. And that's win a Game 7. But how many more times are we going to go to 7 games? I thought it was over on Friday. Me and my girlfriend were watching the game, and she was saying to me, watch it. Nobody's going to score. And it's going to be 1-0 as the overtime winner. And it did. And it was exactly, she was correct. Unfortunately, it was not Montreal. It would have been a lot better if Montreal did it at home. But we had to play in Tampa, which is something I dreaded. But they haven't won back-to-back games since 2022. They haven't won a playoff series since 2022. Ever since they made it to the final in 2022. 3 years in a row of going to the final. They have yet to win the first round. They have yet to make it past the first round. This is their 4th year and not making the first round. Montreal, last year, we didn't make the first round. We didn't make it past the first round. Granted, we're facing Washington. This year, we made it past the first round. No Florida teams are in the final. No Florida teams are in the playoffs anymore. The state of Florida, by the way. So, I'm happy. Win or lose, I'm impressed with the team. I've said that before. I said in a TikTok video that this series was going to go to 7. And I was right. And it was going to go either way. And it did. But as I said, Montreal has to come out swinging on Wednesday. You know, game 1, you're in Buffalo. You got to come out hard. You got to come out swinging. The top line has to play good. Top line needs to start scoring more. Granted, other teams are gonna look at Demidov. They're gonna look at Suzuki. They're gonna look at Slavkovsky, and they're gonna look at Caulfield. Dobich has got to continue playing on his head, because, as I said, if it weren't for him, we probably would have been swept in the first round. But we did it. We made it past Tampa. Now it's anybody's game. I should be a lot more happier. But the Habs did not deserve that win. I know a lot of the Habs fans are saying that they didn't deserve that win. They didn't. They got lucky. Which they did. And I'm a Habs fan. And I'm saying that. We got 2 lucky bounces. And Dobich was playing on fire. He reminded me of Carey Price in Game 7. He reminded me of Price. But that's a bit of a stretch. I know everyone's saying, oh, he's going to be the next... Every goalie is going to be the next Carey Price. And I disagree. But if you were to tell me that we found our new franchise goaltender, I know Jesse Pollock said it, I will believe you. We found our new franchise goaltender in Jakub Dobich. And I think going forward, he will be the starter. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that Jakub Dobich is going to continue to be the starter? Or is this was just a one-off? Let me know what you guys think and let me know in the comments. But that is it for this one. This is Colin from the Habs Recap signing out. Have a good one.